So what I did is I bit into this monster clay, and again, this is embarrassing to even mention that this is the way I did it. But I had guys here that were techs that were going, "How'd you build those teeth?" Because they're dummy builders, and I told them how I did it, and writing it down. So anyway, literally what I did is I bit into this monster clay, and then I poured plastic resin into there, and then it gave me, a nice replica of my teeth. And it was the only thing I could do other than going to my dentist, and he offered to make me some for the low price of, I think it was $799, which was way more.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a clever, way of doing it.
Yeah, and they came out really good.
And if other people are asking you how it's done, that's cool. And I think that's part of what this whole community is about. We all do things. We don't maybe have a way of doing it, and you came up with something somebody else didn't think of. So by sharing it, that's pretty cool.
And I think it's a good way. And like I said, these guys, they wrote down my email address and they want to know how I did it. So I think they're going to start selling my way of making teeth on their website. So anyway, it was just really simple. It only took, I was dumb enough to bite into a big lump of clay, and then I froze it and poured in the catalyst, and wow, I had teeth. And they even came out white, which was cool because that's the color of the plastic. And then I had to put in some gold to give them some character, and I created the tongue out of a fiberglass resin that I use for doing bodywork and paint. And then I made the eyeballs from ping pong balls, actually, and then bought the irises and the pupils just from a doll store.
Mm-hmm.
Glued those in. It's got moving eyes, moving eyebrows, and realistic teeth, and it's pretty darn good for my first creation, I'd say.
Very cool. How did you learn to do the mechanics in there?
Oh, wow. I should mention that because Ventriloquist Central has a really, really smart guy that works for them. They're
Steve Hurst?
Yeah, Steve Hurst.
Okay, yeah.
And he has a DVD collection that, explains the whole thing. And I just watched it, and I was like, and he's the one that told me, he says, there's no right or wrong way. He just says, just do it,
Yeah.
And so, and I showed him pictures of the dummy that I built, and he said, wow, that's really better than my first one. Of course, he didn't have me,
Mm-hmm.
to teach you. And I thought, yeah, that's true. So I stood on his shoulders to not steal, but, essentially all the information that he gathered, I used it, and it simplified things for me. So
Excellent.
Steve's a really awesome guy.
Steve is a wonderful guy, and so is Dan. And Ventriloquist Central has been a real boom to the community of ventriloquists because they've got so much information on there.
Yes.
And they help so many people through what they do. And as a matter of fact, I know what course you're talking about because I bought it right when it came out.
Oh, yeah?
I used to have the vision of I wanted to build a figure, and I never got to it.
We'll have
never
to
got
do
to
that.
it. Well, I told my son the same thing when he was 12. I bought a couple of Mike Bros kits,
Mm-hmm.
and my son is now 19, and they're still sitting in the hallway in the box. So